What the hell is going on, Spoon?
I don't know. It's that Frederico. You know, I've had some complaints from the police inspector, and he says...
The 40-foot tall flamingo?
Well, yes, I think it's 50 foot, actually. Get it right, Spanner.
No, he's getting older, so he's shrinking. As we get older, we shrink. I used to be 7 feet 5, and now I'm 4'3". But my equator has expanded.
Well, I can't say I've noticed, Spanner. But Frederico, the police inspectors asked us to do something about it. So I was thinking about inventing him a collar like Jazzcat. But I don't think it's going to work, Spanner, 'cause he hasn't got much of a brain, has he?
No, and it would be a big collar on a 50-foot flamingo anyway.
Well, actually...
You could get one of those, they put those little things around the legs of those stupid birds,
Yes,
like,
we could.
Yeah. We could get an ankle shocker.
That's
and every once in a while,
yes.
he'd be on one leg, and if you started messing with someone too much, you hit the ankle shocker, and he just collapses. What do you think?
Oh, well, I don't think if, let's say, for instance, he's walking down the high street, just as a thought, and a 50-foot flamingo collapses on poor Auntie Biscuit. I think that'll go down badly.
That would squash her biscuit.
Squash Biscuit,
That would squirt the frosting out the sides of Auntie Biscuit.
It would, yes.
And she would sound like, oh. If I could do an impersonation of Auntie Biscuit. Hey,
what?
Do you like a good pear? Do you like a good pear there,
Oh,
Spoon?
I do, yes.
So do I. I think I have a Bartlett pear here today.
Do you? Well, obviously, because we're animated characters, there are some slight limitations to what we can put on the screen. So I think you chewing a pear could be a little bit outside of our remit.
Isn't it bliss? Aren't we a pair?
Oh, you singing
You
again.
with the Bartlett there, floating in the air.
I love it when you sing,
spoons.
Spanner.
I love this with Hey, I got an idea. Let's stop talking gibberish and introduce our guest.
Yes, it's your guest, isn't it? I think you know this chappie.
I do.
Yes.
Drum roll, please. Live from over there, my buddy, amazing actor, podcaster, educator, Oliver Mason.
Wow, that was like the best intro I've ever had. I think I might have
Ollie
to
in
like
the house.
I might have to steal that and put that on my website. Spanner and Spoon, can I have it free?
You can.
I don't know. I'll talk to our director and see. He's a mingy bit of a git, but he'll probably let you have it for a very
Spanner,
very...
just say yes, and we'll get him later with the robot.
Okay, yes.
When the robot picks up him using any of our material, it'll go boop, 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 violation. He will have to pay a fine because that's the way the world's going now. People want to own everything, right, Oliver?
Yeah, and you don't want a gitty minge or a mingy git or whatever it was.
Oh, wait a second. I laughed wrongly. Let me laugh again. Ha, 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 ha.
Yes, sorry.
What did you say?
I mean, I might have got that the wrong way around. I mean, my wife tells me I do that a lot.
Yes.
Oh,
crikey.
Sorry, Spoon and Spanner. Spanner and Spoon.
That's okay. Anyway, I didn't say hello.
I'm Spanner.
Hey, it's great to meet you,
He's
Spoon.
Spoon.
Yeah, I know. I'm big fans, guys. I'm big fans.
Good. Yes.
Yeah.
Talking about fines quickly, I got fined for opening the fridge this morning.
Did you? How much?
Yes. Well, it hasn't come through yet because we've got computerized fridges, you see. And I accidentally opened it thinking it was where I stored my bucket of tea. But it wasn't. So I opened it up and it said, "You have been fined 50 somethings." I don't know what it said, but there you go. Anyway, sorry, I diverse there. Carry on, Oliver. Did I mess you up there?
I was quite interested who fined you. Was it like sort of an Amazon Fresh type thing? Was it the fridge itself that fined you, or was it...
Yes, it's the fridge itself, because I helped invent it, you see.
Oh,
yes,
I see.
It's an automated fridge. Everything appears inside it. And it is trying to get a word in edgeways here, I can see there, Spanner. Go ahead.
You see, his minders have set his kitchen up like the bus lane. During certain hours, he can't open the fridge because the public will be in there.
Oh, I see. This is why I don't know about this fridge. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Now, it's a prototype.
His house is like walking into the swamp. You never know when you're going to sink in.
Right.
No,
Remember that sofa that ate Auntie Biscuit that night?
Oh,
And we had the
yes.
retriever covered in goo, like the Alien movie.
Yes.
It's like the sofa that you get lost in at the back. Is that what us humans talk about? You get lost in the sofa.
Yes.
Is it kind of a bit like that?
Yes.
But
It's very
the
much
sofa
like-
does actually consume you.
Yes,
as
it's a
opposed
bit
to-
like
And
the one on
then you find
that
pretzels,
film.
little pieces of pretzels.
Oh,
Oh,
You're covered in little coins and stuff, and
Oh, wow.
pretzels
Ugh,
and other stuff that the
sounds
dogs didn't happen
horrible.
to eat yet.
that sounds like a few
Oliver.
nightclubs I went back in the day.
Jay,
You know,
nightclubs.
Yeah, baby.
You'd end up in a nice VIP lounge, and then you'd sort of end up in the crevice of a horrible sofa with bits like that in the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Trying to talk love.
Trying to talk love.
Trying to
but,
speak love.
but
with
actually
your
just
eyes.
talking to a pretzel.
Oh, I almost popped my contact lens out. I got all excited there. Oh. If I
You
wore
don't want to
contacts.
do that.
Anyway, Ollie, enough about us. What do you
Yes.
think about us?
Well, I think you're a couple of lovely chaps. I mean, if I could propel myself from this reality into yours, which I am right now, but yeah, I'd like to live there for a couple of days. I'd quite like to be animated and just with you guys. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that could be arranged.
Well, I'd be totally down if you can find a way to do it.
Yes,
I'd be
yes,
down.
yes. Well, I can. Well, not I, but obviously Gavin can. Look what he's doing. He's bursting a gut again, trying to get a word in edgeways. I like talking over him. It's really cool. Go for it, Spanner. Go, Spanner, go.
We liken ourselves to like 3 days in Vegas. First day, lots of fun. Second day, not sure why you're here. Third day, get me the heck out of here. 3 days in Vegas. We should do a thing. We should do a little story about that, Spoon.
Yes, about Vegas.
And a song. 3
Yes.
days in Vegas. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Ollie, next line.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing here. I remember when I was there back in the day having a beer. There was a guy with a big hat. And he had a aristocrat. No, that doesn't rhyme. He had a lady with him who was topless in the pool at the back of the Tropicana, and he had a big. What's the
Stogie.
no wait no I'm not going to be rude. A Cuban cigar, and he said, "Hey man, you want to get in the pool with me and my girl?" And I was about 19, and I ran away. I was scared.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I
That was
think
By the foreskin of your life, you escaped.
That was the second
By
day
the
of Vegas.
foreskin of your teeth.
Yeah, that was the second day of Vegas. That was the second day of Vegas. I think I stayed for 4 days. I
Yes.
can't remember what happened on the fourth day.
But didn't you feel weird by the third day?
I felt weird by the third day. I was like, I'm living in a fruit machine. I need to get back to reality, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
back to reality.
I used to dig the all-you-can-stand buffets.
Oh.
Did you?
You see, because if you went to Circus, you got some really bad food. There was like pieces of monkey and clown and all that stuff. But if you went downtown to the Golden Nugget or on the strip to the Mirage, back in the day, they were owned by the mob. And let me tell you, you could eat your brains out for $10. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah,
you
and it
seen
was
that
good
film? Have you seen that film where they chop the heads off monkeys and then eat their brains out?
They don't chop the heads off. They do it while the monkey's alive.
That's the one. They
Yes.
chop the bit of the bony
The
bit.
top of their skull.
That's it.
They don't-
Then
yes.
they
When
rip
you
it
say chop
off.
their heads, it's not like that. Then it's no
well,
fun.
I
You
got
can't
that
see its
wrong.
eyes while you're eating its medulla oblongata.
No, its eyes go all cross-eyed, don't they?
Do you
What a
guys like
weird
these? Do you guys like these kind of gross type films? Is that your
Not
thing?
at all.
Oh,
no.
Not really. No.
But we have to be aware of what's going on the planet, don't we,
We
Spoon?
do.
Before we
do.
escape.
Well,
to
it was you
Uranus.
that was talking about brains, Spanner. So I just carried on, you see.
I think I could take the top off your skull there and have a little nibble.
Well, there's,
Maybe
there's
I would
plenty
stop
of
talking
it.
like this. They would start talking like this if I did that.
Yeah. What do your brains taste like, Spoon? What if you had to guess?
Well, I have actually tried them myself.
Pate.
Being an inventor, I pulled
Right.
a little bit out of my ear once, you know. And I just thought, you know, instead of well, it could have been something else, I suppose, but it did taste a bit brainy. I thought.
I loved it when Anthony Hopkins ate Ray Liotta's brain.
Yes,
that was
yes,
a good scene.
That was very good, and he fried it
Wow.
with a little bit of Chianti, didn't he? or
You
something?
didn't see that, Ollie.
No, what movie's that? I feel like
It's
I've not
one of
lived-
those Hannibal Lecter
Hannibal.
movies.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, of
Hannibal
course.
Lecter.
So Hannibal
Yeah,
Lecter,
of course.
and it's the one where
What did she taste like?
I'd rather have a frontal lobotomy than a bottle in front of me. It was one of those movies, and they chopped part of Ray Liotta, whoever the character was, off, and Anthony Hopkins like, he started kind of gobbling away, and then Ray started getting stupider. It was a great scene.
Yes.
Yes.
And
it
speaking
was
of
me.
Vegas, outside Vegas, there's guys sitting there doing like drone attacks all over the world.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It's a
Yes.
beautiful thing.
Well, we've done
Not-
that sort of
not.
thing. We've
Yeah,
done
get the
that
knot in.
sort of thing, haven't we, Spanner? Because obviously we're, you know, very, very much ahead in our world, aren't we? Look at him doing the same thing again. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Anyway, so, yes, I built this drone that can sort of drone on and on and on, a little bit like Spanner, you know? It does that, yes, droning on and on.
It
Carry
was
on,
a
Spanner.
self-perpetuated drone.
Yes, yes. That's
You
the
start
one.
going into an idea for another stupid invention. Although not all of your inventions are stupid, but most of them I think are, because I'm not much, but I'm all I think about. But I think we should ask Ollie, how about a TV show?
Well, I mean, I think because you guys like animation, I did a really cool kids animation called Lilybuds, which you can watch. I think it's on Amazon now. But also, because you guys are into maybe sci-fi, and you just mentioned a drone. I did play a droid, an evil droid on Red Dwarf.
Oh.
Ooh.
Can you do the voice you did for that evil
Oh
droid?
yeah. Mrs. Oh, what was her name again? That was it. Mrs. Biddle. I can see you're in the waiting room. I've been waiting for you. I'm going to look at your more intimate parts and see exactly what we can find. I've kind of ad-libbed, and it was about
Ooh,
8 years ago.
that's
I think it was
scared
like
me.
that. I think it was like that. Something like that.
I
He was very
just
sort of
didn't-
like...
Yes,
Yes.
no, that's not scary enough. I think you could.
Oh, it
put a bit
scared me.
more
I bet it
into
made
there.
Mrs. Biddle
I think it could have been
overflow
lower.
with spittle.
I think it could have been lower. I think it could have
Try
been...
it a little lower. and Let's see if it does
I think it was...
anything.
Mrs.
Biddle, I can see you've been waiting for me. It was something like that.
That's better.
Something like that.
I just
but
wet myself.
But he had like big
Okay.
claws. He had like big claws, and I think it was actually, yes. Now I think about it, it was much lower. I think it was somewhere around here. I had to warm up into it. You see, yes.
Was that like the voiceover session when they went, "We really like that choice, Ollie, but could
Yeah.
you make it a little bit lower?"
Yeah.
Did they do that?
I think it was. I think it sort of ended up somewhere down here, and quite breathy actually.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, something like
Yes.
that.
That's much scarier. That's
It
much
was
scarier.
about 10 years ago though, so I've kind of forgotten. But it was something like that.
I did a voiceover session, and
Yeah.
the producer said to me, I was doing this
Yeah.
voice, and he said, do a scary voice. So I did my voice, and I went, scary voice. I'm not going to do it now, because I don't want to, overstretch my voice, And
Yes,
his
yes.
advice was, can you do something totally different, you stupid idiot? That's what he said. Yes.
Wow.
I thought that was nice of him, actually.
My first session, after about 20 minutes, they said, thanks. I think there's something there we can use.
Yeah, I mean, I used to play a lot of kids. That's what I used to do. I used to play a lot of children. In fact, the one in Lilybuds, I think he was sort of, I can't remember, he was sort of up here somewhere. Yeah, hi, my name is Moss, and I'm 6 years old, and I play in mud. I think he sort of talked a bit like that, if I remember. Something like that. Or
I like that voice. It's kind of nasally, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
It's kind of a little bit similar to Marge, I guess, in a way. Hey, Homer. Kind of, but just kind of a bit younger.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's somewhere in that nasally range. You're right. I hadn't thought of that before. Maybe I've done an inverted Marge without realizing
Inverted
it.
Marge with a semi-bubble.
The semi-bubble. Yeah. But I used to do a lot of the high octane, like kid stuff. That's what I did. But now I'm maturing, I'm doing a little bit more serious things. Like legals and things like that on the end of adverts,
Oh,
Yes.
Selected stores while promotional stocks last. End Sunday. Excludes Northern Ireland. That sort of thing.
Subject to status. Written quotations on request.
Yeah, like that.
Do I need to be my director? I'll say, okay, subject to status. Written quotations on request.
That's really good. Now make it more natural and slightly quicker.
Subject to status. Written quotations. Subject to status. Written quotations on request.
Because on the TV ad they can put it at the bottom. So on radio they have to say it. That's why it's illegal.
Right.
Yeah. So it's the boring bit that nobody really wants. So
May explode after 24 hours. May cause damage to everything you own.
Oh yeah.
Subject to status. Written quotations on request.
They would be the best ones for you to do.
Not to be used with alcohol.
Particularly in the States. You could do the for the medicine. It can cause death and will cause permanent paralysis, but have fun while using it. You'd be amazing at doing that.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Do you remember the one we
Chance
did
of
for
chainsaw
us?
injury.
We did one for us, didn't we? This don't operate heavy machinery whilst listening to this show. Do you remember saying that, Spanner?
Yes. After the
Oh, no,
tractor.
it wasn't Spanner,
After
was
the
it?
tractor incident.
Yes, that's the one. Yes.
Yeah.
No, no, it was the narrator that did that, wasn't it? I think. Yes, we've had a double.
I can't even
bus
remember
incident.
him. I can't remember our narrator at all. He's like a little naggy voice in the past that has just faded away.
Wasn't
away.
he that
In fact,
Tom
I think
Clark
Ollie.
Hillicus?
Yeah, I think Ollie might be a better narrator.
Yes. Maybe
Yeah.
Should
we
we
should
audition?
give him a line.
Because
You can give me
the
a
last few, we've been trying to audition people for the band. Although I think, can you sing, Ollie?
No, not really. Unless you want me to sing badly.
Okay, sing. I don't know that tune, but hit it.
What, singing badly?
Badly.
Okay,
I love you badly.
Well, I can just sing something and it will be bad. Backstreet, we're back again. Da-da-da, gonna get it in.
Get it in.
What was that one I was singing the other day?
Backstreet Boys.
It was Backstreet
Backstreet
Boys.
Boys.
No,
Written quotations on request. Subject to status.
Don't leave me, girl. Must stay with me tonight.
Oh, I think
Don't
that's good.
leave me, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Stay
like
with
him.
me tonight. Subject to status.
or I
Written
could
quotations
get-
on request.
I could go a little bit Tweety.
Don't stay with me tonight.
Yeah.
That's
See, I-
brilliant.
You sound like that Frankie Valley of the Dolls.
Yes,
Yeah.
Frankie
So I told
Valli.
you.
I'll do Frankie Valley. Sherry baby, Sherry baby, Sherry. Spoon. There you go.
Sherry baby.
Sherry
baby. Sherry.
We're like the
take
Jersey-
me home tonight.
Jersey Crazy Boys. Whoa,
That's nice.
come out tonight. There's lots of people
Do you
coming
guys
out.
do you guys rap? Like, do you know any rap?
No, I don't
Hey,
like
name
rap.
is Spooner. I like it sooner. No, his name is Spooner. He does it sooner. But I am Spanner, and nothing rhymes with Spanner.
I always thought that rap was incredibly
Whammer.
well named. I thought rap was incredibly well named because if you put a C in front of it, that's exactly what it sounds like.
Wow,
Ooh.
yeah, that's a pretty harsh critic on that. But
Not
at least
much
you- at least you're being
judgment
clear.
there, Spoon.
Pardon?
Not much judgment there.
Oh, no, I never judge. Well, I was an ex-criminal, wasn't I?
Yes. An ex-what? Pringle? What'd you say?
Criminal. No, criminal.
Oh, criminal. I thought you said you were
Yes.
ex-Pringle.
What was
Well,
your
I was probably one
a
of
flaky
those
corn
too.
chip.
what was your crime? What was your crime?
Oh, multiple ones. I did all sorts. I even set fire to the moon once, you know.
Wow. I thought it might
Yes.
be some violation involving a fridge, but it's
well,
actually
no.
more heinous.
Oh, very much so. I was master criminal, yes. Before
I'm really
Spanner
worried about where that sentence was going there.
Yes, a master criminal. Yes. No, Spanner saved me and he put me through this sort of, well, strange
A
thing that-
recrab program
Yes,
where we
yes.
remove all the crabs.
It sucks
recrab.
out your brains and blows in some better ones. That's what it does, I think.
What did you say about a crab? A giant crab? Was that on the Adventures of Sinbad?
Yeah, I mean it's yeah.
You had a case of giant crabs?
I had I've had crabs before. Yeah. But you
It's
just-
terrible. The first time you get it, you kind of look down there, and it's like an aerial scene from Woodstock. All these little
Yeah.
Just we've got you.
Just
Get the
take a
blue
tablet,
one.
have a shave, and move on.
Yes, but then they go to your eyebrows.
There is that. I think I might still have some.
There?
Look what happened to Spoon.
Yes,
Those crabs.
yes.
They just kept
Right.
going.
They've gone. They took everything. They took the lot.
Oh,
Even my nose hair. But we sort of talked about that in an earlier interview, didn't we, Spanner?
Spoon. I have a reminder for me from now on.
Yes.
Tell me, don't throw things at the screen when we're doing these interviews.
Oh, what happened last
I
time?
thought it would be funny to throw this at the screen a couple times, and now you guys have gotten really dark.
Oh.
You've got like the whatchamacallit, the the
Spanner?
conjure. Anyway.
Spanner, don't
Yes.
throw things at the screen.
No.
Okay, I won't. Thank you for reminding
No.
me.
Because in animation land, if you throw something at the screen, does it hit my real screen? Does it like
Of course.
cross boundaries?
It pop-
Oh.
yes, because it'll go
Okay.
right through. It'll go right through,
It does.
right through.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Anyway, tell us some more about you.
Okay.
Are you doing any live plays? Have you been on the stage? Have you walked the boards or whatever they call it?
Yeah. So I did a lot of theatre acting when I left drama school. I was in the West End. I did some stuff in the West End. I did a lot of Shakespeare, a lot of touring as well. And
Hit me with some Shakespeare. Hit me with some Shakespeare.
That thou betrayest Polixenes, 'twas nothing that did but show thee of a fool, inconstant, indamnable, ungrateful.
Whoa! Get
Thanks,
down.
man.
What the hell did he say, Spoon?
I got no clue what I said.
No.
We used
I
to
thought
we used to
it-
have to repeat. We had to repeat that at drama school. I've got no idea what it means.
Sounded like he
Yeah.
was ordering some dog food to me, but
Yes.
no, I don't-
Double,
I
double,
forgot to-
toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Yes.
I can do Shakespeare in double talk.
Go on.
Rememberest the nightest of the artistellarist? It was the firstest of fatest when ye forcest me to meeteth. I was at the railbrank, next door to the speed mop. One of 'em is run by Sir Mopri and Sir Gapri, who one of 'em is status and freen, but you can't tell, 'cause he keeps his coateth buttoned.
Wow.
You
That's really
constantly
cool.
amaze me there, Spanner. Constantly.
I was forsing the Ford of Scatterthran, and fors the cap of Forsus. Did thou knowest?
Did you know you can rap Shakespeare?
Do it.
Scalar, dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy, moor and gulf of the raven, salt sea shark, root of hemlock, dig it in the dark, liver of blasphemer, dew, gall of goat, and slips of you, silvered in the moon's eclipse, nose of Turk and Tartar's lips, finger of birth, strangle, babe, ditch a liver by a drab, make the gruel thick and slab, add thereto a tiger's children, for the ingredients of our cauldron. Yeah.
Some more.
Okay. What else can I do? Two households, both alike in dignity in Verona, where we lay our scene from ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes it full hands unclean from for the fatal loins of these two foes. A pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured, piteous overthrows, dubbed with their death, bury their parents' strife, the fearful passage of the death by club, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which for the children then not could remove, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage.
Ho! Subject to status. Written quotations on request.
Boom!
You've got to finish
Bam!
everything with that.
Bam!
That was good. That was good.
No,
I
the animals
enjoyed
were hurt.
that.
Is that
Yes,
alright?
whatever.
It was a
I
bit
like
random, but I thought I'd just chuck it in.
Dude,
Yeah, that's
you were
very well
you were
chucked there.
flowing. Did you dig his flow, Spoon?
I
did, actually. I've changed my mind on my first statement. I liked that one. That
He
was
was
good.
spitting
Maybe when
some
Shakespeare's
words.
involved, it's better.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Maybe. Yes, isn't he a bit dead, though, Shakespeare?
Yeah, he's a bit dead.
Stiff? Maybe crispy by now?
Yeah,
Possibly,
I've not.
Yes.
Maybe there is a way to find out. Where's he
Probably.
buried? He's buried in Stratford-upon-Avon, right?
Yes, Stratford, yes. It's
So
not
you-
that far
Underneath
from
Anne
Becky's.
Hathaway's house.
Oh,
Or is
Right.
that Mary Arden's? Or
I don't
what the
know.
heck was he doing? Who's Anne Hathaway?
It's one of his
I don't
wives.
know.
Isn't it? No, hang on.
And who was Mary Arden?
Oh God, now
Something
you're asking.
like that.
See,
I
because
don't
both
know.
of those places, are in Stratford. So what was that Shakespeare doing? He's running from one woman's house to another woman's house. I'm
He
confused.
was a very active person, I imagine. Beckons's Ferret's not far from Stratford, you know,
Yes.
Oliver. Not
You must
far
come
at
to
all.
Beckons Ferret, Ollie.
Yes, you must, yes.
Is
And if
that
you
where?
can
Is that where you reside?
It
Well, in the
is,
other
yes.
dimension, in the animation
Yes,
dimension.
yes. That's
Oh.
where we're from. That's
Okay.
where we're from, yes. It's a lovely little quiet village, isn't it, Spanner? Lovely little quiet...
Till
well,
you
apart
come out
from
the
when-
front door, then it's
Well,
noisy
yes,
and obnoxious.
Yes,
Are
that's
you
true.
two
Well,
neighbours or?
we live together
Yeah.
Oh,
in the same
I've got
house.
the big room.
all right.
He's got the big room. I've got the laboratory.
Is this hence the name Spanner and Spoon?
It is. Yes. Yes.
Is that-
Spanner and
is-
Spoon.
You're pretty quick.
Yes,
Is that
I've-
okay? I understand it
Ah,
more
yes,
now. It
you're
has a
rapid,
lot more. Right. Well, that's
we-
great. Good for you guys.
And we have an anti-biscuit. Or as Spoon goes, auntie-biscuit. And we
Yes,
have
auntie-biscuit.
Jazz Cat,
Right.
Yes. And
who
we
used
have
to be named
Dick.
Tiddles.
We have
and
Dick,
Dick.
too.
We've got
Yes.
a big Dick. Yeah, and he
Yes.
loves bananas.
Right.
That's all he eats, actually. He's got
The
a
Spoon
yellow
says
tinge.
bananas.
Bananas, yes.
He drinks
But
his
that's 'cause-
water.
Not
after he
a
eats his
fan of,
banana.
Not a fan of fruit pie.
No.
Is that a band?
No.
Do you remember Dick making that fruit pie that poisoned his granddad?
Oh, yes.
That was
But he needed to
funny.
do it.
Yes, I think.
Was that after he burnt down his house?
Yeah, yes. No, actually, I think it was before he burned down the house.
Or did his dad burn down the house?
No. Oh, yes, it was, wasn't it? He just stood outside waiting.
If you could
at him,
impersonate Dick, what would be the story about his dad? I remember that. I liked it a lot.
yes, but I can't remember it. And of course, Dick's not here, so we can't do that one.
Oh,
I'm
man.
afraid.
We should
Is
do a
this-
little cutaway.
Does
We
this
should do
happen
like
in the
a
same
little
village?
bolt-on.
Is this the same village that you guys live in?
Oh, yeah.
Where the wow, it all happens there.
Unless we travel to another planet or another dimension
Well,
through
I tell
Spoon's
you what.
fabulous machines.
I tell you what, I'll ask Dick to come in now, and we'll have a little bit of a pause, and we'll insert him later. How's that sound?
Okay.
Wow.
Sounds
Right.
like when he was in jail.
Dick, can you come over here, please?
Dick, get your
What did you say? Yeah, okay, Spoon, I'm on my way. I'm just finishing my banana. I love bananas. Have I told you how much?
Yes, shut up, will you?
Yeah.
Just come over here and do your
Stuff
little
it.
bits, will you? Yes,
tell us
come
that
over
bit about
here.
your dad again.
Yes, that's the one.
Hi, guys. Hi, Oliver. Did you know I love bananas so much I pet them and take the furry ones to bed? You never know when you might want a late-night snack, you see. I used to have a teddy bear, but Pappy said he needed to teach me a lesson, so he roasted it on the barbecue and made me eat it. Anyway, gotta go, guys. I'm cooking a banana in the toaster. Bye.
What did you think of Dick?
Well, he sounded great. He sounded like a good Dick. Yeah, he sounded like a good Dick.
Oh, he's got a very good Dick as Dick.
Yeah.
Dick has, yes, he's very good. He
sounded
at certain times it's spotted.
Yes,
right.
And he's a bit thick
spotted
as well.
Dick.
He's a bit of a thick Dick, I'm afraid to say.
Oh.
But there we go. I've got a question for you, Oliver.
Oh, yes.
Is that okay?
Yes, of course. Far away.
Of course, good. I hear you do a podcast.
Yes,
So
I
would
do.
you like to tell us a little about your lovely podcast?
Well, it's quite different to this one. So it's dealing with us humans when we go through some kind of like mental health crisis. So I interview people that have gone through something usually quite extreme, and then bounced back through the other side, and then have used what they've learnt in that rock bottom to have the most beautiful life and help other people. So yeah, it's mainly about rock bottoms around mental health, and then into transformation, growth, joy, and light. So
What's the name of it? What's the name of it?
It's called School of Rock Bottom.
Oh, I see what you did there.
You like
yes,
what I did
I
there?
was going to say that. That was clever,
liked
that was.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. A nice
And-
bit of clever, getting
Well-
the name out.
I have a lot of actors and performers come on. It's obviously School of Rock, and then you just put bottom. So it's a bit of a nod to the musical and the theatrical world. And then, So it's a mental health recovery podcast with a hopefully a very bright and positive message. But we start dark and then we get into the light, and then hopefully inspire people to do what they need to do next to have a great life.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, when I was going through my criminal phase, I
Yeah.
used to drink methylated spirits.
right. Yeah, that can do some damage.
It did, yes. It did
Yeah.
a lot of damage.
Especially
yes.
if you held a flame up to his mouth.
Yeah.
You light up my life took on a whole new meaning. You light up my flame shooting out of a spoon. Actually, it would shoot out both ends of him then.
It did.
He would,
Did you
he would-
steal
he
it
would
from the
fart,
garage? Because that
and he would
normally use that to
explode.
clean. Usually normally use that to clean off
Well,
paint.
we have this very, very, very well-equipped laboratory. So I get lots of different things sort
Yeah.
of delivered daily, you see, because my inventions, you see. But when I was a criminal and I used to live with Mummy and Daddy, I used to have this old greenhouse, and Daddy used to build these all sorts of weird things, washing machines that can fly, vacuum cleaners that self-clean. The house, you just press a button and they go off and clean the house. And he also invented some metal pajamas. But I really don't know why he invented those. They seemed a bit strange. But of course, I got
Is that
into
what he
the
would
meth-
attach the car battery to you?
That's true. Yes, he used to do that.
Wearing
I
the
don't
metal
mean to
pajamas.
I don't mean to be rude to Dick, but I think Dick might have been partaking in some of your fluids back in your workshop.
No, it's no,
No,
definitely not.
he sounded a
No.
little inebriated. No.
No, not at all.
Oh.
That's just Dick. That's just Dick.
It's a mental condition brought on by
Yes.
smoking the banana peels.
Ah, that's what I thought.
Yes,
Remember
I-
Donovan? Electrical banana. La 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 la. They call it mellow yellow. And then Dick will say it, Dick. He's not here now, but
No,
he
he's
would
gone
go,
now.
He would
He's
go.
gone.
Do you guys
"That's
remember
right."
that there was a song in the Eurovision 2 years ago all about bananas? You need to go on Spotify and look that up.
Was there?
Okay.
It's a whole song about. Yeah, I think you'd like it.
Bananas.
Yeah, I think Dick.
Yes, I'm sure he would. Yes, Dick would. No, Dick's had about 5 or 6. I think he might be on his 12th now. Brain implant. You see, we in one of our episodes, what we did is we put a brain implant into a ferret, didn't we? Was it the ferret? And it went on to win the chess championships. So
Yes.
it was
Yes.
a
I remember
ferret.
that.
Yes, and he was
He
incredibly clever.
beat the Russians and anybody else that could play chess.
He beat everyone, and we tried it on
Those guys in
squirrels.
Central Park. We took him to Central Park, put him on the timer. He wiped all those guys out.
He did, yes, he was very good.
So there's
we
hope for
tried
me
it-
then. There's hope for me.
Well, if you don't mind like a 7-inch scar on the top of your head, then we can give you a brain implant, yes.
No,
Use a
not if I win the
pneumatic drill.
championship. If I could win the
We do
chess
it-
championship, that would
It's
be
worth it then.
Yes, it's worth it. We do it whilst you're awake as well, and I use one of those long hacksaws. It's very good. And we clean it first with methylated spirits because we've got plenty of that. You see, lots of methylated spirits.
Now that you're not
And what-
addicted to it, you got some left over.
Oh, I'm very much addicted to it. Yes, I am.
Oh.
I thought I'd got out of it, and I had a gap of about, it was a very long time. I think it was at least 57 minutes.
Right.
And then I went on to it again, and I was very disappointed with myself because I went straight back into it after such a long 56 minutes. It was very
So
long
after
time.
this recording, you'll be back on the the methylated spirits.
Oh, I like the meth as well. That's nice.
Oh, wow.
That crystal stuff.
Oh, he needs to come on your podcast.
I was thinking that, Spanner. I was thinking maybe you could arrange. I think it
This
might
is
take him about. It's going to take him about
He's in
a
a
year.
rock bottom right now.
Oh, maybe it's now. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he-
So
he-
What?
He
I
hasn't been
invented
paid yet. Paid. Pitiful
Oh.
and incomprehensible demoralized spoonization. Despoonalization.
Don't
Well-
forget that we're in this other world, you see. So I pop a tablet
You
in
are.
the morning, and it completely cures me every day.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, in that case, you
Science
might-
did accomplish it.
It did. So I could get totally out of my skull, like
Yeah.
for all day, pop a pill in the morning, and I can have a day of complete normalness, you see, to
And
invent
then you're
something.
groundhog idiot.
Yes, that's it, groundhog idiot, yes. It's the
Every day,
same
same old
every
groundhog
day.
idiot. Oh,
It has zero effect on my liver because it really made a mess of it in the early days, that methylated
Yes.
spirits, I'd say. Especially the way I drank it because I went through 6 litres at a time.
Yeah, that is pretty heavy.
Yes.
But I'm glad you got
I
this
think-
pill. I'm glad you got this
Yes.
pill. I'm delighted for you. Thank goodness for that.
Well, I can
because then he
send
doesn't
you a
have to
card-
work on his character defects.
No, I don't. No.
No,
He
that,
can
well,
just
that
keep
is
doing it.
that's
Never
great.
happened. Never happened. Never happened. Never happened. Never happened. Never happened.
It's
Never
cool.
happened. Never happened.
It's the one. It's very good, I say.
Are there
Spoon,
pills?
Did
Are
you
there-
know? Did you know that denial is not just a river in Egypt?
Isn't it? I thought
No.
it was a river in Egypt. But there we go. So,
Is
so I haven't
there-
really got a
oh.
problem. Well, I haven't at 9 o'clock every morning, anyway.
That's what they all say.
Yes,
Didn't
no
happen.
problems whatsoever.
Didn't happen. Didn't happen.
No, it didn't.
Is there pills for other things where you
Oh
are?
yes, yes.
Right.
Yes, that's why Dick's got a big dick. That's why. You see, there's pills
Right.
for those, obviously.
Pills for those.
Stand at
Right.
attention. Stand at attention. Stand at
That's the one.
attention.
That's the one. Yes, I've got a pill that can make everyone look handsome as well.
Wow.
Why don't you use it?
Well, I tried using it, and all the girls were bothering me, and I don't like that in the supermarket queue. I had a couple, for a few weeks I tried it, and I walked in there. It changed my voice to something a little more stud-like. It also changed my outlook on things. It changed my body completely to this very, very pumped-up, built-up person. And, Spanner, didn't you try it once?
I'm sorry. I have to interrupt there with a story when you're talking about... There was a couple that decided to give up the physical side of their relationship for 2 weeks. And they had gone to the counselor, and the counselor says, you guys seem to be a little bit too hedonistic. He says, okay, for 2 weeks, I just want you guys to be friends. Just talk to each other. Do not engage in any sort of hanky-panky. And the guy goes, okay, we'll see you in 2 weeks. So he comes back 2 weeks later, and the guy goes, well, how did you get on with the experiment? And the guy says, well, the first week it was okay. But the second week, I saw her bent over the freezer, and I just had to hankety-hankety-pankety-splankety-dankety. And he goes, oh, well, don't beat yourself up again about it. You know, just forgive yourself and try again. He goes, the guy said, okay, but I do think we owe an apology to the people at Tesco's.
That's one of Spanner's jokes. They're so funny. Hello.
I make myself laugh. That
reminds me of something that I remember seeing, which was there was this gentleman on a hill, and he was a bird twitcher. What do they call him? A twitchers?
Bird watcher.
Bird watcher, there you go, that's it. So he's watching birds, and he notices this elderly couple, and the gentleman had got one of those frame things, and he was walking very slowly, and the lady was on one of those, what are they, do they call them invalid machines? Yes, and
mobility scooter.
Mobility scooter, that's the word, yes. And they stopped at this fence, you see, and she hopped off, yes, and this gentleman just put his, metal frame to the one side, and they both leant up against the fence and had the most energetic sex that the man, the twitcher, had ever seen. They was like going at it, hammer and tongue. And really, really, it was energetic. They stripped off really quickly. And these guys must have been in their 80s, And the twitcher, he thought, well, I'll wait till they've done their bit. But I've got to find out where they get the energy from, at their age.
Yeah.
So he walked. Well, he didn't sort of go too soon, obviously. And he walked down there and said, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but Where do you get the energy from?" And the guy said, "Well, we used to always come along here and do our business up against the fence. But this time it was electrified."
Shocking.
Yes.
That was shocking.
It was.
Ollie, do you have a bad joke?
I've only got filthy jokes. This is the problem.
Well, I think that one was quite filthy, wasn't it?
I mean, how rude can we go?
Oh, you can go where you want.
At least as rude as that one.
Yeah.
Okay. I can give you. It is a bad joke though. It's not great, but okay, I'll give you a joke. All right.
But then again, wait a second. I was going to say.
Yeah.
You are into education as well, correct?
Yes.
So think twice about who you want to see it.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a good point.
So
maybe
I've got one you can give to Spoon. Ask Spoon. Spoon.
Okay.
What is the fastest liquid in the world?
What is the fastest liquid in the world, Spoon?
Well, when I'm drinking, it's methylated spirits, I suppose. But no, I don't know.
Wait a second.
I just thought of a joke.
I could put the punchline in the chat. Is there a chat?
Oh, I don't know. I have thought about a joke that involves something that is the fastest thing in the world, and it's kind of on the cusp of being rude, but I don't think it's rude enough to get me like shadow banned or cancelled. Right. So there's two guys in the pub, right? One guy says to the other one, he says, what's the fastest thing in the world? And the guy goes, oh, I don't know. He goes, I know, thought, right? You think of something, fastest thing in the world. He says, no. He goes, I know. He goes, I know. He goes, light, right? You turn the light switch on, and then the bulb comes on, fastest thing in the world. He says, no. He goes, well, what is it then? He says, it's diarrhea. He says, why is it diarrhea? He said, because by the time you've thought about it, and you've turned the toilet light on, you've already shit your pants.
Yes!
Hey!
Well,
What do you think?
Oh, that was funny.
I like it.
that. That was
but
very
milk
funny.
is still the fastest liquid in the world.
Milk?
I don't think I'm going to
Milk.
get cancelled with that one.
It's
No.
pasteurized before you know it.
Milk's the fastest thing in the world.
Didn't you
It's
say that on our
pasteurized.
last interview, Spanner, again?
Yes, I like to repeat myself.
He does. He repeats himself.
We did that
quite-
with Totally Tina.
Yes, exactly. Anyway,
I'm sorry,
guys,
I can't do that.
Guys, I think
What?
we should... Don't you think we should possibly wrap this up now, Spanner?
No, I'm having
Why?
more fun with Ollie than I have with you.
Hey, I don't want to get in
Well-
between you guys.
Well,
Too
I'm
late.
going... I've had enough then, because
It's too
I've got
late,
some...
Ollie, now. It's too late. Though we really did try to
Try to
sign
make-
off something aside. Anyway,
The thing
before we
is,
go, Spoon,
the
we
thing
need to
is-
tell people where we can find Ollie on the intranet.
Yes,
Oh.
tell us, Ollie.
Tell us, Big O.
well, if you want to find the podcast, you can just put in School of Rock Bottom in YouTube, Spotify, or Apple.
Nice.
And if you want to connect with me online, I'm at Oliver Mason 1 everywhere. So that's I only really use Instagram and
Is
TikTok.
that like WON?
What's that?
Like you won? Like past tense?
Oh!
Oliver Mason won.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, it's Oliver Mason and then the digit 1. Oliver Mason digit 1.
Digit 1.
Yeah, you'll find me on Instagram, TikTok, and this thing called Threads now. I'm not really on X anymore, or Twitter, or X.
Why
or
did you
whatever it
get off X?
It wasn't anything like too deep with Elon Musk and Twitter. It wasn't really that, although that's kind of helped my decision recently. I didn't want to pay for the blue tick, and I noticed that if you didn't pay for the blue tick, they weren't pushing you out to anyone. So I just thought, I can't be bothered.
Ah.
I can't be bothered with this. But
So
who
he
knows?
was-
Maybe. Yeah.
So he's monetizing
Yeah.
the thing instead of being like, hey, come on, we don't like that other thing, let's do this. It's taking the place of Facebook, right?
Yeah, I mean, basically, I didn't pay for the blue tick, and then my stuff was only getting shown to like very few amounts of people. So it was kind of forcing me to pay for the tick, and then at that point, I just got disinterested and deleted the app. But I occasionally go on there, and if anyone mentions me, I retweet it because I've got an ego, so I still use it for that.
Hey.
I think these algorithm things are
Yeah.
really getting in the way of everything now because
Yeah.
they look for. Have you noticed on this YouTube thing
Mm.
whereby now unless you put a completely standard sort of message on the description, it doesn't do anything. I mean,
Yeah.
really, if you say the truth, then forget it. You've got
Yeah,
to
you have to say
almost lie.
the 10 best honest lies.
Yes.
Yeah.
10
You know what
10
you guys
best.
should do for your podcast is make little shorts. That's really good for YouTube.
Oh.
YouTube, you'll get
What,
more
like
subscribers.
like
if you-
Bermuda
if you
shorts?
go with the shorts.
Yes, I wear shorts.
Yeah.
I wear shorts.
YouTube's gone that
But
way.
he has knobby knees.
Yeah, knobbly knee shorts. Yeah, make
Well,
some shorts.
maybe-
You guys are great for shorts.
Yes, maybe we could have a chat about that, Oliver.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because up
Gavin
till now,
and,
he's just been a
Tom.
trouser browser.
Yes.
Put a trouser in your browser, but you need some shorts.
Maybe Gavin and Tom, our writers, could have a chat with you because you sound very knowledgeable. If that's okay.
All right, I'm
Well,
sick of everybody now.
I
Let's
don't know.
sign off.
Guys, I will talk to you anytime. Thanks for having me on the show. I've had a blast. I've had a
Good,
great time.
good, Ollie.
So thank you for the chat.